Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you could click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. Kicked off the day working on this phone. The cord that was on there got cut somehow, and it had a connection on the end which I don't have for the replacement cord, but I wound the strings up, hooked them up, hooked the retainer in the bottom. Now I got screws that I hope will fit in the bottom plate to secure that. Also, it had a rubber grommet on there that was rotted away. Heck, I don't even see that now. It's around here somewhere. And I got some more rubber grommets from Home Depot, assorted sizes, to put right there. So here it is. Let me finish this up, get this together, get this delivered in Albuquerque here, so I can continue with the rest of my day. Yeah, so that protects the cord going through there. That secures it so it don't flop around and stress the wires. And this screws in the bottom here on the screw holes, and I'll show you the rest of it in a second. In this video I'm going to show you how to repair the Korean Majesty phone in case your cord got damaged somehow and you want to repair it so that the phone works. First thing you do is lay the phone down, take the screws out of the bottom, 3 screws, and then put a magnet or some kind of tape or something to pull that away so that it falls away. And if for some reason yours is missing the screws like mine was, I got these screws here from Home Depot, and they were too long, really 1/4 inch is probably all of the length they need, so I used the nuts that came in the bag as a washer or shoulder for them to put them back together. On the one that I have here, the grommet that goes through the metal here had totally deteriorated away, so I went to Home Depot and got this grommet kit, and it has 3 or 4 different size grommets, and I used the one that fit the hole. After you cut the end off of it, you run the cord through there, then you run it through the base of here, then you connect it on the inside of the ringer panel, and then you secure it like this so that the brass doesn't chafe the cord. So now I have an end on the cord. This phone actually comes apart. You can unscrew these 3 sections. This section will unscrew from this section. This section will unscrew from this section, and this section will unscrew from the base, so that you can take it apart and ship it, or so you can get in here and repair wiring and stuff if your wiring is bad. So this grommet here is still intact, and if I want to fix that, I need to unscrew this from this section so that I can access that wiring in here and undo the wiring, which I believe goes all the way down to the base, and then pull the cord up through this grommet, put a new grommet in, and fish the cord back down through it. Ideally, you would want to get a yellower cord to match this. However, at the store that I was at, Home Depot, I could not find a yellow cord. So you can go to a store that does the, well, ivory cords. This one had the white ones. Most of the time you can find white, ivory, or gray. So that's it. That's all it takes. Trying to fix the track on Mom's, I guess, end table support. Somehow somebody broke it, probably lifting it up underneath it or something. I usually use paper Elmer's wood glue, but she threw that in the trash, so I tried that, hold it in place. Then I got these little brackets here. I'm gonna screw that along the bottom of that to support it. I got screws here, and I'm gonna drill a little pilot hole part of the way in, because this wood is so soft I don't want to split the wood, so I'm going to drill it a little bit, start the hole, then let the screw grab the rest. So let me set one of these out on here, drill a little pilot hole, screw it down, and reinstall this thing. This bit seems like the perfect size for these pilot holes, because when I try to screw the screw in, the screws are still tight. So kind of perfect size for it. As you can see, the screws are not long enough to go all the way through, but just about. So I got that screwed snug. I don't see any tips or splits on this side. The thing did not screw straight. I don't know if that matters much, but I got a little gap under there. And if I lay it this way, that side's up in the air. So I could probably take it loose, bend it a little bit in the right direction, and snug it back down. But I think it may be strong enough now to support the drawer, because the drawer is hanging down and open at the bottom. So let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. Put this back in place and see if it supports the drawer. So closed, the drawer would sit like that. This is supposed to keep it level. It screws in up there and there, and this wider part's up top, and it screws on top of this with one of these screws, and then these two screws screw into the back of there. Pretty simple design. And up there, because of the bend I got in this thing, that's how far the line off is, about 1 inch. But I just slide it over, put it in there, and use my stubby screwdriver to screw that in. So that's the end of it that goes on top of that wood, and that plastic piece locks it in, stops it from pulling all the way out. So to get the drawer out, I had to reach up under there, pull this tab down to slide it the rest of the way out. But going in, it'll just slide in, and it fits itself, and now the drawer is all the way closed. And that's how it looks underneath. So we should be good to go. This is a hard place for people to park. Look at that, they got 3 feet. And so do the other people down there. I'm getting double images on my phone. Here with my brother-in-law, the Jag. You get a lot of rocks out here in New Mexico. And he's got a fog light busted there and a marker light busted there. I'm going to replace these 2 lights for him. In this video, I'm going to replace the fog light on this Jaguar. It's a 2003 XJ8. And has a 10mm that bolts under from the underside here. Let me show you that. I'm going to unscrew those 3 bolts. 1, 2, and the third one has an adjuster on it. 2 here. And looks like I already got the nuts from when I pulled this one off. Just lost the other nut somewhere. The other nut stuck in the light. There we go. Alright, let me get under there. Well, first thing you gotta do is take this little deal here loose, and this one's got a zip tie in it. So that's gonna kind of suck. Oh man. Get this down. It's got screws in the front. And zip tie here I gotta replace. Took 2 screws out there. I untucked it from this corner. I clipped that, and now I can reach it. I did jack the car up a little bit, right until the wheel's about to come off the ground. That should give me enough clearance to get my head under here and get this out. You want to test this before you take it out, because if the bulb is bad, you want to also replace the bulb. So I got the 2 bolts out up top, the 1 bolt out with the adjuster down the bottom. So I'm going to take this adjuster, snap it into this, set that in place, put that vent, a little elbow back on there, little white thing there, and snap that bulb in it and screw it in. Got the adjuster clipped on, the vents on, the bolt in there. Now I'm going to set it in place and put the other 2 nuts on and screw that bolt in. And then I'll re-secure this splash panel and I'll be done. And the light is up in there. Now the one closest to the side of the car, I used a 3-inch extension. And the other 2, I did not need that extension. Let me put this lip back up. Now on this connection right here on the splash guard, you could put a cast nut in there if you want. Or you can just put a zip tie in there like I had in there. The Jaguar taken care of, but last night it rained in New Mexico and the wind was blowing dirt up, so it rained dirt down on the car. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash this car off and see what else I can get into after I do that. My favorite self-car wash in Albuquerque. Made it in You Pull and Pay, and it is raining in the desert, which means it's gonna run the humidity up and make it hotter. It was 86 degrees before it started raining. So I'm gonna go grab my barrel, get out where I need to be, start pulling parts. Rain will probably blow by. Well, this is interesting. I assume this is how they got the back open. But this combo is really strange as well. Black and light gray. But I think I'm gonna take the rear end out of this car if it looks okay. And doesn't look the greatest. I'm gonna look at a couple more. Because PR is totally messed up. As far as all this stuff from here back is concerned, it's all rusted. So I'm just gonna drop a whole rear end, take it with me and swap that out of PR. This thing has cloth interior with these cloth door inserts. Those are nice. Somebody might want to come get these cloth door inserts to replace that vinyl stuff that puckers. But I need another one of these because I broke yet another one. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. Take this with me. I broke the one I got in my car now. Looks like all 4 of these cloth door panels are here. Woohoo! Manual seats. Don't find that too often. They tore the hood off of this thing too. Good Lord. Is this how they got in here? Somebody had a special connector on the battery. Trying to solve those battery issues. And it's a non-turbo. Oh man, this thing's a mess. Let me go see what else is out here. It's got an aftermarket windshield in there that looks good. I'm gonna go down the end, work my way back up. And that wheelbarrow's got screws in the tires. Website says there's 2 850s and 2 V70s. I guess I can check S70s as well. Uh-oh, there's a 760 turbo out here. How nice. Look like it's got a newer Bosch MAF. I'm gonna walk up there. It's supposed to be something else up here. Hi, it's a black 850. And guess what I need? Damaged. I need a fender. Because the one on PR has some good amount of rust on it. NA. Look like it has some wear on it. Blanket's got a little bit of damage. 96, I think. Yep, 96. Door stuck. Ooh, man, that shifter looks bad, and it's got a MCC in it. Look like the cluster stopped at 197. Slick top. Man, that looks like it's been replaced, but it looks cheap. Check these tail lights for blemishes. I don't see any blemish in this tail light. I'm gonna wipe that off. I might take that with me. It's got somebody looking for one of those. This one's cracked over here. This is the newest row. Now this is the row that had those two wagons on it. And there's y'all boy Buster Brown. Know that walk anywhere. See Buster Brown's dance. What's up, Buster Brown? I'm gonna go down there and see what's going on with Buster. Going on, Buster? You still messing with these Camrys?
Yeah, man. You have the thing to remove the glass. Do you have a machine?
It's in the car.
Do you want to do it tomorrow? You got me tomorrow?
Can you come early?
Well, I have to be in the afternoon.
What car?
The Volvo 850. I need the windshield.
Okay. I'll see if I got everything in my car. I'll take it out in the morning.
Okay, call me. Let me know. Thanks, man.
Okay.
This is you?
Yep. I got all my tools. I'm going to get some parts. Up in Ohio, everything's rusty.
In Ohio?
Yep.
In your car?
In cars in the junkyard.
Rusted?
Yeah, everything's rusted. So I got to come here and get my parts.
And then you go back?
Yeah. The roads goes down to 38. The last car I need is on 35. But man, there's some heavy rain that way, some decent rain that way, and some heavy stuff going up that way. Usually this stuff comes to Albuquerque and goes around us, so we'll see what happens this time. But let me go up this row and see if there's something I need, and most of the roads going back up front. Any car, C70, S70, V70, 850, I could get the rear end out of. And I got some other parts to get for some other people. Oh, let me check for this 960. This guy wants another shifter assembly for a 960. A Moon Dust S70. For some reason, these cars seem like they're always better taken care of than the rest. Looks like it's got a new windshield. Volvo windshield. The hood must have been impeccable. Somebody took that. It was a non-turbo. See what's going on here. Beautiful inside. I'm gonna take the radio. Somebody said they need one of those. Has home link. Rear end looks nice. Doesn't look worn out at all. Probably gonna take this rear end for myself. Somebody already got the antenna. Yeah, man. These cars are nice. Nice. That piece, center console piece, looks good. I'm gonna get that for somebody. Had it trip. Computer. Got these corner lights, but somebody told me they had corner lights for me. I'm not trying to get no more than I have to. Man, these roof trim look good too. I don't see. Oh, it's starting to crack up in here. Dang. Let me go check the other one. Oh, and somebody told me they need a sunroof. Sunroof looks perfect. So I'll probably snatch the sunroof too. So, let me get to work. Time's a wasting. It is 3:01. I got 2 hours. First thing I'm gonna get is this sunroof, and then I'm gonna get this trim piece here, because that thing looks perfect before somebody destroys that. This seat is manual, so it'll be easy to move that out of the way. And then I'm gonna get this rear end. Don't forget there's a link in the comment section that shows you how to get the sunroof. This rear center console piece. Man, this shift knob looks pretty good too. Got a little dirt on it, but other than the dirt, man, that thing looks good. The button's got a little chip in it. And the rear end, I got a video that kind of shows you how to get that inside, but man, look at that dirt. The dirt comes before the rain. Sheesh, this stuff is nasty. A lot of people don't know it, but the desert actually has a monsoon season from like June through the middle of September, and they get these high winds, rain, very little rain though, but these storms come through. It's just nasty. Should have worn my mask. I may have cracked this just now pulling it up. I don't know if that crack was already there. Small crack there. But you gotta be careful getting these up. A lot of people actually need these as well, because theirs is busted along the back from people opening the armrest and jamming the armrest back too far, breaking through this plastic piece here. I got it. Managed to keep the integrity of the cigarette lighter, and it's not all busted up. It's a minor crack there. It should be good. A lot of people have this piece cracked too. They need to get one of these with the boot. I stretched it when I pulled the knob off. A lot of people need to get these collars off because they got those busted up too. So this lower collar. Kind of rained for a minute. It looks like it's raining toward the north. It's opening up toward the west, and it's raining toward the south. Time to drop this rear suspension. Somebody needed that clamp off of the fuel tank, so I got one of those. Next, drop the shock. Somebody already pulled the bolt off of that. I'm gonna drop that. Then I'm gonna drop that. I'm gonna try to cut this brake cable off of here because I'm not taking that, I don't think. And then I'm going to go to the other side, do the same thing, and when it drops, then I'm going to take off what I have to. So, I don't know if I'm going to take this bracket or not. I'm going to take a look at it. Probably will. It's been an hour. I got everything off this car I need. I took the shocks loose for somebody. Decided to check the fuel pump. Fuel pump is brand new. It's a Delphi. And whoever hooked it up with a ground wire. So, it's got a new fuel pump as well. I don't know what happened with this fuel pump install. Both of the lines wasn't seated on the pump assembly all the way. And then in here, they got the hose twisted. And then they lost the sock. It ain't even in the fuel tank. So I don't know who hacked up this fuel pump install. They got wires spliced together and everything. I'm gonna leave that pump here. Somebody else could have it, Joel. But I got the lines off real easy with these. You need something to hook to get those lines loose so you don't damage them. They got this listed as a V70, not an all-wheel drive. And the centerpiece in there is cracked. But man, that freaking shift knob looks incredible. Oh, I forgot to grab that other radio. Guess I'll grab this one. For all of you people that are excited about your SE, those things end up in the junkyard too, man. I don't know how hard it is to get a wheel bearing off of one of these cars, but about to find out because Byron needs one. First, take the wheel off, secure it on jack stands. Then take the caliper off. You got 2 bolts there, maybe 13 or 14 millimeter, one down there, one down there. Take the whole caliper off. Then take this pin out, 10 millimeter deep. Take the rotor off. And then I'm gonna bust this nut out here. I don't know what size it is. It looks like 28. And then I'm gonna take this nut out here and try to take this apart. I don't know how that works or if it'll come apart. But I gotta get this to come away from here so I can get at this wheel hub. So we'll do what I said so far and see where we're at. Knock this off with a 36. So now I gotta see what's next. Or if this comes off now. How does this wheel hub come off? Well, I guess the parking brake wasn't set because all that stuff's been gutted out. This bolt out. The front side was a 17, the back side was a 18, and I left the nut on the bolt, tapped it through as far as it could. Then I took the bolt off. Then I put a box in opening wrench up that way, tapped it the rest of the way out. Then I had already taken off this bolt from this anti-sway bar. Then I took the nut off the back of that. I don't remember what size it was. It might have been like a 21 or something like that. And after I got this bolt all the way out, the anti-sway bar all the way out, I was able to tap the hub out away from the car. And once I got it away from the car, I just tapped this top bolt out, and now it's hanging by the parking brake stuff, and I can see that the hub is look like maybe pressed in there. So I'm going to tap that through with an extension or something, see if I can get it to fall out. Look like you need a puller to get that hub out of that rear knuckle assembly, so I'm probably just going to take the whole knuckle assembly. Well, it is 5:07, supposed to be out of the junkyard at 5, so my time's up. I'm going to come back tomorrow, pick up a few more parts and get out of here. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.